Hi, I have some very different content for you today. I'm not going to talk about writing or podcasting or moving or being a global person or anything like that. I am going to bake for you today. Well, I mean, not for you because obviously you won't be able to eat it, but I'm going to show you how to make Basque cheesecake, which is one of my favorite recipes and one of my favorite cakes. Actually, I'm not a sweet person, so I don't really eat a lot of cake and things like that, but that one I love. And if you've never had it, you should try it. It's the cheesecake that it doesn't have a base, so I like that. It's less work, and it's kind of slightly burnt, so it's delicious and perfect for people like me who are not really very good at cooking, because I'm someone who usually burns stuff, so my poor children grew up with their cookies always being slightly overdone, and well, what can I say? It's just me. Also, it's interesting because as much as I don't like cooking, following recipes and things like that, I do like baking, and following recipes, it's never been easy for me, and I usually add my own little touch, or I forget some ingredients or something like that. But this recipe is great because it only has 6 ingredients, so anything more and my brain just can't compute. But the Basque cheesecake is pretty straightforward. There are a few things you need to know, but it's not super difficult. And so I thought I'll just give that a go today. I have preheated my oven to 425 Fahrenheit, 220, I have to double check, 220 Celsius, just so it's done. And I've taken all my ingredients out of the fridge, so the eggs and the cream cheese, so they've been sat on the counter for just like a good 20 minutes now, so that they get towards room temperature, which is easier. And so there are a few things that you need to know. I'm going to speed through all the mixing and weighing and everything, but I'm going to just mention a few things that are essential. So best really is a Springform, so you can, because it's easy to then remove the rim. And with your parchment paper, so you don't have to grease the Springform at all. It's not necessary. Again, something I like because I don't have to get my fingers all greasy. It's the funny thing as well. I like baking, but I hate getting my hands dirty, and so one thing less to worry about. But with the parchment paper, so I've ripped it off, and a good trick. Hang on, let me see how I can do this. A good trick for this kind of cake is lining. The Springform is kind of tricky. You always miss a bit, but the trick is to scrunch up the paper beforehand. Just like this. It makes it easier then to shape it. So then you line your pan, and nothing has to be perfect here. Again, something I love. But actually the scrunched up paper means that it's easier to get it into all the nooks and crannies, but also it keeps the cake batter from being too smooth against the rim, and so it keeps it slightly away from the rim, which means it doesn't burn too much on the side, because that's not really what you want. You want it to be nice and deep golden brown at the top, maybe even a little bit black, but not on the sides. So that is really what you need to know. And then I'm going to add one ingredient that is not technically supposed to happen. So I hope the Basque people, the Basque country is not going to ban me from entering. But I told you there's no base, so I don't have to faff around with dough or graham crackers or anything like that. With other cheesecakes you have to. But what I'm going to do, it's just really delicious, I'm going to add sliced almonds as a base instead of a base. So I'm just going to pour these in, and it doesn't have to be a lot, so just like a thin layer at the bottom, so it just looks like this. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top because it caramelizes slightly, and it just makes it taste really nice to have just a little bit of that's another thing about me. I do like things with bits in it. So cheesecake, when it's very smooth, it's kind of, and then there's no base, it's a little bit boring. I mean, this is not boring because it's so delicious, but it kind of, with the almonds and the sugar, it just gives it a little bit of an extra texture, it makes it more interesting. Anyway, that is my little contribution. Like I said, I always have to add or take away something to make it mine. And I'm gonna switch this round and speed through the process. It's pretty straightforward. You beat the cream cheese. Oh yeah, maybe I should talk about the ingredients. I'm gonna add them obviously in the caption, so you can bake this as well. But so you have 750 grams of cream cheese, full fat cream cheese, very important, not the low fat stuff. It just doesn't work. Then you need 200 milliliters of whisked large eggs. So this is essential. So that's why they're not saying the exact number of eggs, but the milliliters. Usually that's 4 or 5 eggs, and I'm using a little measuring jug. It's very important that you get that quantity right, because too many eggs, if it's a little bit too much, it doesn't sit right. It just kind of makes it doesn't taste good, and too little is not good either. So you have to get that right. 200 milliliters, 220 grams. I don't know what that is in ounces, but I'm going to add it to the description. Then 300 milliliters of whipping cream, same thing, full fat, the highest fat content you can find. 30 grams of flour, some vanilla, whether that's vanilla bean paste or essence, but I mean the better quality, the better it'll taste. And then 200 grams of fine caster sugar, and that is it. Those are the ingredients. And I'm gonna start making this. Before I speed through this, this is what you need. You need 2 bowls, because you need to, for the cream cheese and the cream, so those need to happen separately. Then something to measure the eggs. Then your cream cheese. Oh, I've got another jug here, I don't know why. Handheld whisk is best. Your cream, flour, sugar. Yeah, that's it, a couple of spoons, and yeah, so wish me luck. So everything is mixed, and it mixed up beautifully, even though I forgot to, you're supposed to mix the flour with just a tiny bit of cream first to make it smooth, and then add the rest of the cream to avoid lumps, which I completely forgot, of course, because I can't remember anything that it says in the directions. And so I just mixed it all together, but it worked out, luckily, no lumps. One thing you're supposed to do, and I'm going to show you, let's see. So to avoid air bubbles, so you're not supposed to overmix. So as soon as everything's smooth, you stop mixing, and then you have to whack the whole thing on the work surface to get air bubbles out. So I'm going to do that a couple of times. actually looks good. If there are any air bubbles, you can pop them with a sharp knife, but I don't see any. Also, it doesn't really matter, it's just an optical thing, so it might look ugly if there's bubbles that then burst. But other than that, I think we're good to go. And I'm gonna put this in the oven. So yeah, I said 425 Fahrenheit, 45 minutes is the rule. And then you check on it. If it's nice and dark, golden brown, and it jiggles when you move it, then it's perfect. You can bake it another 15 to 20 minutes longer, depends on your oven, but don't overdo it. And you definitely want it to jiggle when you get it out, but we'll check in again in 45 minutes. Of course, my special helper is helping me clean up. I don't give him a lot of the batter with the raw egg in it, although they're organic eggs, so that's good for dogs, but with all the sugar and everything, trying to hold back a little bit, but he does love his cooking. The cake has been in the oven for about 15 minutes. Of course, I forgot to set a timer because that is also my style of cooking. I think it was about 15 minutes, so I'm going to set my timer now for half an hour, and then I'll check again. Let's just see what it looks like. I can see that there are some air bubbles, but oh well. So here's the recipe, and I will type it out because obviously my handwriting is atrocious, as befits a writer. But this is how I like my recipes. I hate cooking with the recipe from the phone, and so here's my collection of, this is my mum's handwriting, so I've got a whole load of fun, amazing, horrendous recipes in here, and a lot of room for more. It's been in for about half an hour now, and I'm having a cup of tea because, you know, as you should. And let's take a look. Oh yes, can you see? Yeah, it's really tall right now. You can see the air bubbles, but it's getting to a golden brown color, and it's very tall right now. And I mean, you know, with cheesecakes they always sink, so that's going to happen. But it looks pretty good. Okay, so we're almost done. As I didn't have an exact time, I just have to do this, eyeball this, and this is kind of the jiggle test. Okay, so it's still got a lot of jiggle. It's a little bit burnt around the edges, as you can see, but it's still golden brown. So I'm going to give it another couple of minutes. So I've taken the cake out of the oven now. The timer went off. And yeah, with this cake, you don't do the, you know, stick thing where you test if it's still raw in the middle, because you just have to go by what you see. And so this is, you can see that it's got a nice jiggle to it, but it also is quite dark, and so I don't want to burn it anymore. And it smells, it's got a really, I wish you could smell this in here now. It's like, it's vanilla-y but also a little bit charred, and it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna just leave it. Also, it might still be completely raw right in the middle, in the center, but because it's still in the hot pan, it's still going to cook for a little while as it cools down. And then it has to stand here on the counter for a good 2 hours or so to cool down. And then I'm going to leave it in with the parchment paper and everything just as it is. And when it's cooled down after 2 hours or so, I'm going to put it in the fridge. Uncovered, very important, and then I'm going to let it sit for overnight because it's evening here now, so they say at least 8 hours. Okay, so here we are. It's next morning. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's remove Springform. It did get quite dark, so I probably could have done with 5 minutes less, but it's going to still be delicious. Okay, well, this looks like a mess on the picture, but it actually looks delicious from here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off bits of paper and then transfer it onto a plate or a board, and then I'm going to cut into it. So here it is, my beautiful cake. just the right amount of dark, I would say, and unfortunately I'm not the first one to cut a slice, but I'm gonna do that for you now. Easiest because it's quite sticky, get the knife, put it in hot water, and so it's a little bit wet, and then it just cuts through more easily. Yes, beautiful. And I'm just going to put it on its side. Obviously I've picked a pretty plate because cake needs pretty plates. And yes, as you can see here, so it's definitely not dry. It's a little bit squishy still. You can hear it, so it's the moisture level is just right. And this is the almonds at the bottom. I have to practice this really. And now I'm gonna go and eat it, and I'm not gonna show you because I hate watching people eat on a screen, so I'm not gonna do that to you. Anyway, again, if you want the recipe, I've copied it into the caption, and all you need to remember really is scrunch up the paper at the beginning, and keep it nice, and don't leave it in for too long. As I said earlier, I probably could have done with 5 less minutes, but luckily it looks fine on the inside, and I've been told it tastes delicious. I'm going to find out for myself now. It does taste absolutely delicious, if I say so myself. Don't skimp on the vanilla. Don't forget the vanilla. It really gives it that extra. It's so good. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. I was gonna say, if you've never baked before, if you are scared of baking, this cake is really the one you should try. It really is a foolproof recipe. Could have had 5 minutes less in the oven, as I said, but it's still really, really delicious. I like it a little bit charred, so that works very well for me. And it's actually how you see it if you get it in a restaurant as well. It's eaten as a dessert as well. You don't need anything with it. It's kind of a elegant dessert, elegant in a rugged way, I guess, because of all the charring. But yeah, it doesn't need anything else, doesn't need ice cream. Some people like some berries with it, but I think it's good just as it is with a cup of coffee. And yeah, it will actually taste even better tomorrow. So I've found that to be true. The longer you leave it, it just it sits and develops its taste. And you can freeze it as well. I've done that before, but you have to eat it immediately after defrosting. It just deteriorates after that. But yeah, good luck.